Houston, it's rodeo time. Your local Tacova store is the place to go for the finest handmade cowboy boots, jeans, belts, cowboy hats, and apparel for men and women. If you've never owned boots before, let them help you get your first pair like they did for me. Stop by one of your local Houston Tacova stores and get ready for the rodeo with their understated approach to Western. Whether it's your first rodeo or you're a seasoned pro, your local Tacova store is the place to go for rodeo season. Tacovas, don't go gently. We all know brisket is a Texas barbecue favorite, but it's gotten really expensive lately. So could this mouth-watering meat be at risk of coming off the menu in some barbecue joints around Houston? We're talking to J-Bar M Barbecue's pitmaster Alec Varnell to find out just how much these high prices are affecting our local restaurants. It's Wednesday, February 21st. I'm Raheel Ramzanali, and here's what Houston's talking about. Okay, I don't think we've ever had a pitmaster on, so I am pumped to have you on here. Alec, how are you, man? Good morning.
Good morning, man. I'm doing great. How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right, man. It could be better, right, with these brisket prices, because we've been seeing stories about brisket prices going up since 2019. But what's currently happening with prices? Like, give us a historical context of this spike. What's happening?
So prices have pretty much doubled since 2019. So what we've really been seeing, since 2019 and then going into COVID, which really started creating this new normal we're in right now. You'll have seasons where prices go up and then they'll drop. But ever since then, the increase just keeps bringing us to a new normal, where right now we're paying $1 more than we were a pound last year. So it's really tough to, run a barbecue business, especially in Texas. Brisket is king in Texas barbecue. It's our number one seller, yet it's our least profiting item that we sell.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is the price per pound right now?
So right now this week we're paying $4.39 per pound. We just dropped 30 cents from last week. We were paying $4.69 a pound. Mm-hmm. So literally week by week we're seeing changes, ups and downs. The tough thing with that is, week by week our margins shift, but you can't just go and change your menu prices every week. From a guest perspective, that's confusing and also seems like dishonest and just very off-putting. So you kind of just gotta, revisit your pricing and how you're operating food costs every quarter, every so often. But as far as what you have set on your price, on your menu, you kind of just have to roll with the punches and get creative to make up that loss elsewhere.
For listeners, they're probably thinking $4.39 a pound sounds reasonable, right? But right. I don't think they understand how much work goes into prepping brisket, right? So when that $4.39 is that high per pound, by the way, kind of explain like how much work goes into it and how much it ends up costing y'all to sell that, right? It's not just $4.39 a pound.
So, right, to kind of break that down into perspective, we're paying $4.39 per pound on brisket. Now, we trim our briskets very specifically to, have good aerodynamics, a great quality product. So when it's going on the cutting board, everything is servable. So we're losing about 35% just from trimming, which we do repurpose that trim into grinding our own sausage and burgers. But, from a business standpoint, running food costs, you need your cost at 25% is the standard, which is completely unrealistic in barbecue. For us, it's more realistically, a 35% food cost is healthy. So if I buy this 15-pound brisket, I'm trimming it down to 10 pounds, and then I'm cooking it. The yield on that is going to be about a 5-pound brisket at the end of the day. Wow. After it loses its water weight. And then we cook briskets for about 16 hours over a live fire. So we're feeding our smokers with wood every 20 to 30 minutes. And then the labor that goes into that, it's just, it's astronomically high to It's just a very thin margin to create the end product that, people want in barbecue, people love, and that's what they come back for.
How much are customers paying right now per pound when they come into the restaurant?
We're charging 32 a pound right now, which we are in the process of revisiting some of our menu prices. It's been a while. Just to put it, to make it short, $32 a pound. We're still not making money on brisket.
Wow. That is unbelievable. That I can't, I mean, I'm speechless, right? Because you would think at $32 a pound, you would be making something, but you're not.
And right, a lot of people come in and see that. They think we're just, trying to make a killing, or, we're taking advantage, or our prices are high, but we're just trying to keep the doors open.
Why are prices so high? Like, what factors are playing a role in this with the price not coming down and, like doubling since 2019?
There's not just one factor, we've of course just been seeing, the economy shifting, a lot of inflation overall these past 2 years. And then, there's shortages and labor in the workforce, like the production plants that these briskets are being processed at. Farmers are having issues with, severe weather conditions, with droughts. And then we just had the hard freeze, which is kind of why it went up 30 cents just this past month or so, and it dropped back down. It was because of that freeze we had last month. So there's a lot of moving parts that go into that. Yeah, it's extremely complicated.
Is the demand high right now because there's so many barbecue joints, not only around Houston, but across Texas and nationwide? There's been a surge as well with, Central Texas barbecue style making a push. Has that played a role?
Absolutely. I mean, the barbecue joints are popping it up, everywhere, every month around the world, and Texas craft style barbecue is becoming, the standard, not just here in Texas or on the East Coast or the West Coast, but even, across the sea. Definitely plays a big part. They can only produce so much more cattle every year.
Mm-hmm.
And, it plays a big factor.
Alec, have other meat prices also seen a jump like this, or is it just brisket?
Chicken as well. Pork has been pretty stable, but chicken's another one, and it's not as effective on us because chicken has a better profit margin. But like, even for example, just recently with it being Super Bowl, that created a price surge on chicken wings because the demand was high. So really, it's those two proteins that we're seeing it the most with.
With this brisket price surge, how do you think we can combat this? Like, is there anything that we could do differently as consumers, or could there be government help? Like, what can we do to solve this?
For small businesses, there's, of course, relief stuff, loans out there that are accessible. It's really kind of a tough question, man, because as consumers, what would help is, buy more pork from us, but or come support the restaurant more often. But times are really tough across the board. And eating out is very, very costly, and a lot of us are bringing on a paycheck more money home than we've ever seen. But just with inflation and the cost of everything, it's not adding up. And a lot of people are hurting, and it's hard to really ask anything from a consumer or a guest, because it's not anyone's fault. We chose to be in this business, so we just got to roll with the punches and do our part.
Yeah, I'm one of those consumers where, look, I support a lot of barbecue joints. I love that there's so many around town, but I'll be honest with you, I haven't gone to one, I want to say, in almost a year, because I just know like these prices are so crazy, and I don't like chicken or turkey at a barbecue joint. I want brisket, but I'm also, honest with myself that I don't want to pay over $30 a pound for brisket. Like, I just can't do it. And that sucks, right? Like,
Right.
It's such a catch-22 for me.
Yeah. So you can't really blame anyone for feeling that way. Like, I myself, being in the industry, suffering from it, I feel the same way about it. Like, I'd rather go home and make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich than spend $60 on, one meal.
Yeah.
It's just, it's crazy.
Hey everyone, it's Raheel. The Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo is almost here, and yesterday I told you all about how my friends at Tecovas in Rice Village helped me pick out the perfect pair of boots to get rodeo ready. Now, I don't do anything half measure, so I know I needed a new pair of jeans and a western shirt to help complete my look. To me, you can't go wrong with a classic pearl snap long sleeve denim shirt. Now, it does get warm here in March, so a short sleeve pearl snap is also great. I like going denim on denim, but whatever your style is, the team at Tecovas can help you find the perfect pair of jeans and shirt to find your own unique look. Ladies, your boots may be the stars of the outfit, but the limited edition May dress by Christopher Brock comes in a great neutral bone color that will make your boots really pop. Plus, it's a dress with pockets, and I know that's a big deal. Swing by your neighborhood Tecovas store in Rice Village or City Center and get raring to go to the rodeo. Tecovas, don't go gently. Do you ever see a situation where brisket won't be on the menu for y'all because of how expensive it is, because of the fact that you're not making money on it? Could you ever see that day?
Honestly, I can't. I could see maybe shifting as far as like, because we're always kind of exploring the idea of, there's several brisket products, brands out there. We're loyal to Creekstone Farms. That's the brand that is consistent for us. It's a great quality product. Um, you know, but we're always keeping in mind that, we might have to go through other avenues to either supplement, another brand that's a little cheaper, or there might be just a better opportunity out there for us. So as far as changes with brisket, the only thing I would see, it would be maybe we got to cook less, or get a little more creative, which we have with where we have brisket in dishes like our loaded queso and fries. We do brisket tacos, ways that you can still serve brisket at a more efficient cost. But like I said earlier, brisket is king in Texas barbecue. I don't ever see a day where we don't serve it. That'd be a very, very sad day.
It would be. It just wouldn't make sense, right? Now, are these brisket prices surging across all brands or just certain brands?
That depends on who you're getting your meat from. It's different across the board, but as far as, 10 cents here, 20 cents there, but as far as the actual margin, it's pretty much across the board, no matter who you're getting it from.
Even with the rise in pricing, are consumers still buying brisket when they come to J Bar M, or are they buying more of the different products that you're offering now, like the tacos, like the queso?
I wish they would buy more of the other products, but no, brisket is still our top seller. It has been since day one. And, as a native born Texan and a barbecue chef, that, that makes my pride happy. At the end of the day, that's awesome to see. But it's like, man, yeah, like I said earlier, I wish y'all would buy more pork. Like, we've got good spare ribs, and it's not that we're not selling a lot of those other things. Everything that we have on our menu sells very well. It's just, brisket's always going to be ahead of everything else.
Yeah, and you actually want to make some money as well, right? When you're losing money on brisket or breaking even, that doesn't help the business.
It doesn't help the business, and it's a little disheartening some days, but we just stay positive and keep going, just keep doing what our brand is set to do, and get creative. We have a bar as well. Bar sales help supplement, restaurant sales. We have a venue and event space, so we try to, utilize our opportunities with that. So we have other sources of trying to make ends meet. With whatever loss we're taking here, we can make it up here. So, and that's where the teamwork of the business really comes into place. All departments coming together and just constantly thinking forward and being proactive to the financial state of the business.
Man, that is so wild to hear, because when I think of craft barbecue places and a high quality product like yours, I would never imagine hearing the words make ends meet, because it's such a great product and the community loves y'all. but that's just the situation you're in.
Yeah, it's what we signed up for.
Yeah. Hey, I know everyone's close in the barbecue community. When you're talking to other pit masters and other business owners around town, and there's so many good ones, what are they going through? Do you think there's other places that are kind of in jeopardy right now of not serving brisket or maybe shutting down because the business model just isn't working?
Yeah, everyone, everyone kind of feels like they're walking on eggshells right now.
Mm.
It's tough, day by day, week by week. It's a constant battle for everyone. Some struggling more than others. But yeah, if you talk to any pitmaster right now, they might be on edge a little bit just because of this is a never-ending battle that we're all going through.
Gosh. All right. Well, listeners, go out and support your local barbecue joint if you can. All right. J Bar M's a great one. Alec, I'm going to ask you, give me a couple places you love going to that we should also go support. Like, what are your favorites around the city?
Man, my favorite barbecue in the city is Koi Barbecue. They do a pop-up once a month. If you follow their Instagram, you can find them on there. And for those who don't know, it's a Viet Tex fusion. So Don is the owner, and he uses his Vietnamese roots to infuse with Texas craft barbecue. And it's just one of the most Houston bites you can get. So I recommend checking them out. For late night tacos La Sultana is my number one go-to for Trompo. Get the Trompo burger if you haven't had it, but just clear your schedule after you eat it. Don't eat it too late because you might have heartburn the next day.
Oh, man.
Those are two of my favorite spots in the city.
I love that.
There's plenty of great barbecue. Truth Barbecue, Pinkertons, Fiji's Barbecue. The list goes on and on and on. Houston is definitely one of the biggest food cities in the world. We are so blessed with so many great restaurants here. I can't imagine living anywhere else just because of the food alone.
Amen, brother. That's what I'm saying right there. I love it, man. It's a great food scene, and it's awesome to see places like yours still operating, still putting out high quality products. And here's hoping that these prices come back down a little bit so you can actually make a little money on all this hard work.
Yeah, that would be great, man. We're just going to keep chasing that, chasing that dream.
Alec, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me.
That was Alec Varnell. You can try his work literally at J Bar M Barbecue. So be sure to go support them and other local barbecue joints around the city. That will do it for today. Thank you for listening, and I hope you learned something new. Uh-oh. I think we lost Alec. Hold on. Alec? 3, 2, Alec? Alec? Oh, there, I see some movement. Hold on.
Did y'all lose me?
Yeah.